Halftime TV family, how you feeling? Let us know how you're feeling this afternoon. We just witnessed the 200 meters for men, and now we're over to the 110-meter hurdles final. And I promise you, this too will be a treat to watch. This too, it will be exciting. So we have, after the 110-meter hurdles, we have the 400-meter hurdles final. So big day for track and field, I must say. So much happening in the space and outside of track and field. Remember, Dodd came out a little bit earlier on today, and she let her voice be heard, basically shared what her thoughts are on her condition at the Olympic Games. And let me tell you, you remember that young man who represented Jamaica, Warren Weir? Yep, he is currently championing Dodd's case on social media. So Warren Weir versus, right now, the J3. Warren Weir versus the J3 on Twitter. That's the spectacle. But yeah, so at 3:25, we will have the 400-meter hurdles finals for women. And then afterwards, we'll have the 110-meter hurdles. Okay, so big up to everyone who's in the comment section. If you haven't done so as yet, go ahead and smash the like button right now. Let's get this video up to 100 likes as well. Previous video already up to 500 likes. And for everyone who supported us, everyone who was tuned in for that live stream, thanks for joining. Okay, we have a poll going as well. So let me jump over there to see what's happening with our poll, because you know we're very serious about the polls. Very serious about the polls. All right, the poll, can Femke Ball beat Sydney? We have 47% saying yes, 53% saying no. Can Femke Ball beat Sydney Mclaughlin? We have 53% saying no. Sydney going to win the Olympic record. Congratulations to everyone. But it sucks that Noah had COVID in his shout out to everyone. I've heard COVID, I've heard asthma attack, I've heard injury, I've heard 3 different excuses so far. All I hear are excuses. If you're not fit to run, do not run. If you're not fit to compete, do not compete, because then when you say the reason for you not winning, people are going to say what I'm saying now sounds like excuses to me. Okay, so big one there, big upset for some, not so much for Halftime TV. As we said it at the top of the show, if there was anyone who was going to beat Noah Lyles in the 200 meters final, it would be Letsile Tobago. So said, so done. So no surprises there. Big shout out to everyone in the comment section. We have Richard Hill, we have Wells Shelley, we have Saskia Garden, and Deborah, as always. Don't forget to drop your flags in the comment section. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Let us know where you're tuning in from. And we've received the reports about the athletes in the village who tested positive for COVID. World Health Organization came out and said there were a number of athletes who tested positive for COVID-19. So here in COVID, no surprises there. No surprises there. It's safe to say Paris Olympics has been a nightmare for a lot of these athletes, and not just because of the failure to claim their medals or to win their medals, but overall. You got Bron Spearhead, he's not the only one with COVID. Okay, are you going to show a race to us or just commentary? So, line aside for everyone before we even go any further. This is a watch-along, a watch party. We do not have broadcasting rights to show the races. However, what we do is we ensure that we provide descriptive commentary, so those in the comment section have an idea of what is happening on the tracks. Okay, so we won't be showing the races live on the screen. So if you don't see the race, please do not attack me. Okay, do not attack me if you don't see the races. I led with a disclaimer. All right, so now we have the 400-meter hurdles about to start. The 400-meter hurdles about to start. The starters for the 400-meter hurdles: Cheyenne Salmon, representing Jamaica; Savannah Sutherland, Canada; Louise Maraval out of France; Sydney Mclaughlin Levron, the United States. Femke Bull lines up next to her in lane number 6. And then we have Anna Cockrell out of the United States in lane number 7. Rochelle Clayton in lane number 8 represents Jamaica. And in this one, she's Jamaica's best hope of getting a medal. Then we have Jasmine Jones out of the United States in lane number 9. So the athletes are ready to go. Introductions have been made. And they're ready to kick this one off. Okay, so Sydney Mclaughlin, Femke Bull, the favorites for 1 and 2. Jamaica's Rochelle Clayton, Jamaica's best hope of getting on the podium in the 400-meter hurdles. Okay, so as we await all right, so cameras back to the athletes as a little bit of a shuffle up there at the beginning. Oh, okay. All right, so for the 400-meter hurdles, it will kick off at 3:25, which is 7 minutes from now. So again, the starters for this one, let's share my screen again so everyone is able to see who the starters are. So the starters for this one on your screen there, we have Cheyenne Salmon out of Jamaica; Savannah Sutherland out of Canada; Louise Maraval out of France; and Sydney Mclaughlin Levron representing the United States. Then we have Femke Bull, the Dutch sensation, Flying Dutch Woman, as some call her, in lane number 6. Anna Cockrell, the United States, in lane number 7. Rochelle Clayton in lane number 8 represents Jamaica, and Jasmine Jones in lane number 9. So only 2 women among this batch have gone faster than 51 seconds. They are lined up in lane number 5 and lane number 6. Femke Bull with a personal best of 50.95. Sydney Mclaughlin, personal best of 50.65. The closest to either of those, 52.51 from Rochelle Clayton. So they make the 400-meter hurdles look like it's the 400 meters flat. 400-meter hurdles in 7 minutes. Bjala Ford, yep, big up. Athletes weren't treated fairly. For those who aren't paying attention, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, you can check out Twitter. Warren Weir going head and head with the J3A and the Jamaica Olympic Association. Apparently, the son of one of the former head of the Jamaica Athletic Association was granted pass as well to the village while we're here advocating for coaches to be given passes. Apparently one of the sons was given a pass. So much there. Warren, we are sharing his experience, and remember, he is a former Olympian, so he would have experienced it firsthand, and everything that he's saying, chances are it's what he experienced with the Jamaica Olympic Association and the Jamaica Amateur Athletic Association. So the J3 and the Jamaica Olympic Association. But while we continue that, remember, keep those votes coming in. We have the poll ongoing, 210 votes in. Can Femke Bull beat Sydney? We have 51% saying yes, 49% saying no. 51% saying yes, 49% saying no. Again, there aren't any right or wrong answers. It's your opinion. Let's hear what your thoughts are as we continue our wait to the 400-meter hurdles final. And remember, the 110-meter hurdles final is coming up as well at 3:45. So in just about 25 minutes, give or take, we will have the 110-meter hurdles final. In that one, we have Hansa Parchment lining up Grant Holloway, Orlando Bennett, and Rashid Broadbell, the Jamaicans there, looking to get on the podium, preferably to secure our first medal, our first gold medal in the track. But a medal, any medal at this point is good for the team. So we'll see. All right, 300 folks on the live stream. Please ensure that you're liking this video as the athletes in the background continue their preparations. 3 minutes away from the 400-meter hurdles. 3 minutes away from it. Jala Ford, you're counting down in 3, 2, 1. But yeah, we continue our wait, and we're enjoying this one. We're enjoying every bit of it. Where can I find a full video of the 200-meter men's final today? Probably you can go on CBC Sports, depending on where you are. CBC Sports, I think they should have a video there. If you're in the United States, you can check on Peacock. Should be showing that as well. For all the Noah haters, he just interviewed live TV and confirmed everything what's going on with him and having COVID, and he said he may not run the 4x1. Let his teammates decide if he'll run. Who won the 100 meters? The 100 meters was run a couple of days ago. There you go. All right, so back over to Paris as we continue or wait. .400-meter hurdles, they're ready to go now. The 400-meter hurdles ready to go now. No, it'll be okay. At least he showed his races. You know what it's gonna be? Excuses. That's what folks are gonna say. Excuses. All excuses. All right, so the 400-meter finals, the athletes are coming out now. We have Salmon coming out first. She will be running out of lane number 2. Waves to the Jamaican and to the camera. Waves to all the fans as she makes her way to her block. Sutherland there sprinting to her block. I hope she has enough energy left for those hurdles. Marval Louise, the French, making her way down as well. We have Sydney Mclaughlin, cool as a cucumber, focused, humble, humility at its finest. None of the shenanigans. She comes out and she goes to her block. Femke Bol waves to the fans, blows kisses, and then she progresses, or she proceeds to assuming her block number 6. Anna Cockrell of the United States of America. What a beautiful lady. High cheekbones there as she makes her way to her block number 7. Rochelle Clayton, the Jamaican, as per usual, looks as if she's out to get the job done, focused on getting the job done. She goes out as well. And last but not least, we have Jasmine Jones out of the United States of America, as she too assumes her block number 9. Remember, this is the 400-meter hurdles. The athletes will go around the track once. 400-meter hurdles, the athletes will go around the track once. All the records held by Sydney Mclaughlin. World record 50.65. Olympic record 51.46. As we said a little bit earlier, all of those held by Sydney Mclaughlin. Olympic record set in 2021. World record set in June 2024. So, what does Sydney have in store for us today? What does Sydney have in store? The thing is, Sydney Mclaughlin reminds me of Mundo Duplantis. It's almost as if every time she runs, there's a record there to be set, and there's hardly ever any competition for her. It's like she's competing against herself. So you know the saying where they always say, okay, you're challenging yourself to be better today than you were yesterday. That's Sydney Mclaughlin. I think she's constantly challenging herself to be better than she was in the previous race. So no difference here. They're on their marks. Femke Bol, Sydney Mclaughlin, Rochelle Clayton, my top 3 in no particular order. But I think most people will agree that Sydney Mclaughlin, they think, will be on top of the podium. Set, and they're off. Remember, one time around the track, but they have hurdles in front of them. Hurdles that Sydney Mclaughlin usually maneuver as if they aren't there. So Femke Bol and Sydney Mclaughlin already in control of this race as we approach the 200-meter mark. First, Sydney Mclaughlin. Second, Femke Bol. Third, Cockrell. And fourth, Clayton out of Jamaica. The final 100-meter to go. Sydney Mclaughlin in the lead. Closest person to her is Femke Bol, and she's about a day and a half away. Jamaica's Rochelle Clayton fading away in fourth right now. Sydney Mclaughlin running against the clock. It's going to be a record. It is a record. It's a new world record for Sydney Mclaughlin, 50.37. I told you, she's competing against herself. She's competing against the clock. Sydney Mclaughlin is the 400-meter hurdles champion with a time of 50.37. And you can see it on your screen there. Sydney Mclaughlin, 50.37, world record. Anna Cockrell in second out of the United States, 51.87. And Femke Bol out of the Netherlands, 52.15. Jasmine Jones, 52.29. So the United States first, second, and fourth. Jamaica's Rochelle Clayton and Cheyenne Salmon finished 5th and 6th respectively. So Femke Bull has to settle for bronze with 52.15 as Anna Cockrell followed her American teammate Sydney Mclaughlin, all not very close, because as I said during the race, Sydney Mclaughlin was probably a day and a half away from her closest competitor. She could have taken a nap and gotten up and still finished this race before Anna Cockrell crossed the finish line. So impressive run from Sydney Mclaughlin, as we usually get. Impressive run from Sydney. I don't think there are any surprises there. I don't think there are any surprises there. We had 330 people voting. Can Femke Bull beat Sydney? 50% saying yes, 50% saying no. Man, I cried Sydney straight out of the jersey. So big up the entire New Jersey. Massive breaking news. Now I have COVID. Check it out. So Noah Lyles, COVID-19. Men's 100-meter hurdles in under 15 minutes. Yep, let's pin that there. So Anna Cockrell celebrating her silver medal. Anna Cockrell celebrating her silver medal in the 400-meter hurdles. Jamaica's Rochelle Clayton falling short and finishing 5th. As we said a little bit earlier, she was Jamaica's best chance of getting a medal in these events. In this event, sorry, the 400-meter hurdles, not to be. And again, on your screen, you can see first, second, and third, all the way down. Sydney Mclaughlin, gold. Cockrell in second. Give me a sec. All right, so Sydney Mclaughlin rings the bell in Paris as she secures yet another gold medal to add to her collection. Shout out to everyone in the comment section. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. Please remember, smash the like button on this video. Subscribe to Halftime TV if you haven't yet done so. As we continue our coverage, in less than 10 minutes, we will have the 110-meter hurdles. In the 110-meter hurdles, we have 3 representatives from Jamaica lining up. So the 110-meter hurdles, Grant Holloway No problem. Go ahead. And share your thoughts in the comment section. All right. So massive race, impressive race from Sydney Mclaughlin. Let's hear what your thoughts are on Sydney's performance. Another magnificent showing from the American there, and I think she's that one athlete that everyone, especially the Americans, the Caribbean folks, they love her 100%. And usually Americans get a little bit of stick from the Jamaicans when it comes down to track and field. I think Sydney Mclaughlin, she's such a likable person, and most people, most of the Jamaican track and field fans, they like her. They want her to win. They want her to do well as well. So big up to Sydney Mclaughlin on that big performance, world record, and it was never going to be close. It was always going to be Sydney versus Sydney. But well tried to all the other athletes who lined up, knowing that the task at hand was a daunting one. Femke Bull, as well as Clayton, as well as Anna Cockrell, Jasmine Jones, so much top talent there that we are looking on, and we can say, okay, on another day, in another era, any of these females could have been smashing it out of the park, not to be, because Sydney Mclaughlin Leveron, she came, she saw, and she's conquering as she continues her stellar career over the 400-meter hurdles. So Sydney came out, she was focused. I told you guys the shenanigans, she wasn't about it. She came out and she was locked in. She didn't even wave to the fans, as a matter of fact. She just came out and the introductions were made. She made her way to the blocks because she knew what she was there for. She knew what the task at hand was. The task at hand was for her to beat her own record, and that's exactly what she did. So, in keeping with our view and our mandate of being AODA compliant, I'll provide a quick recap of the 400-meter hurdles. Sydney Mclaughlin Leveron was the winner with a world record of 50.37 seconds. So she did the 400-meter hurdles in 50.37 seconds. Anna Cockrell, out of the United States as well, was second with 51.87 seconds, also a personal best. The Dutch Femke Bull was third with 52.15. So Femke Bull, the Dutch, 52.15 was third. So those are gold, silver, and bronze winners. In fourth place, we had Jasmine Jones out of the United States with 52.29 personal best again. So all three of the Americans who lined up in the 400 meters registered personal best. One of those personal bests ended up being a world record. Okay. Rochelle Clayton, 52.68, and she led the Jamaican pair as her countrywoman Cheyenne Salmon finished second with 53.29. Continuing, we have Savannah Sutherland out of Canada finishing seventh with 53.88. In eighth place, we had Louise Maraval out of France with 54.53. So those are Bull Farm broke right down. USA, New Jersey. Big up the entire New Jersey massive. Cherie de Paris, Sydney, God be praised. I knew you would do it. Big up everyone. She did. Yeah, man. Big up everyone who's in the comment section. Big up everyone who's in the comment section. Let's move on now to the 110-meter hurdles, which is next in line. It starts at 4:45. So the 110-meter hurdles, 4:45. So we're just about 5-6 minutes away from the 110-meter hurdles. And since we're so close, let's do the quick run through of the athletes who will be lining up in that one. Okay, so big shout out to everyone in the comment section. I won't get to go through everybody and to shout out everyone, but because we have like 500 people on a live stream, so it's very difficult. So the starters for the 100-meter hurdles are as follows. And let me zoom out a little bit here so that those in the comments can see. So can everyone see my screen? Can everyone see all the starters on their screen? Can everyone see all the starters on their screen? Let me know if everyone can see the starters on your screen. If you can see the starters, drop your flag in the comment section. Just about a bit small. Probably I need to get it. Probably I need to zoom it in a little bit more to ensure that folks can see it. All right, let's do this. Okay, I think that's good. I think that's good. All right, is that better? Let me know if you can see them now. Starters should be on your screen. I just zoomed. Shout out. Shout out to me. Mclaughlin, right? Big up yourself. Is the 100-meter hurdle. So we have the 110-meter hurdles that's coming up right now at 3:45. So the 110-meter hurdles. Okay. Anyway, so the 110-meter hurdles coming up right now. The starters: Hansel Parchment out of Jamaica, Enrique Lopez out of Spain, Daniel Roberts running out of lane number 4, representing the United States of America. We have Rashid Broadbell, the Jamaican, runs out of lane number 5. Grant Holloway, favorite to win this one, runs out of lane number 6. Orlando Bennett, the Jamaican, again in lane number 7. Freddie Crittenden in lane number 8. And Rashid Muratake out of Japan runs out of lane number 9. So we have 3 Jamaicans in this one. We also have 3 Americans. We have 1 from Japan and 1 from Spain. So Europe and Asia represented. The rest, America and Jamaica. So that's what's up. We're at 3:43. So just about 2 minutes from the 110-meter hurdles final. Let's hear what your votes are, folks. Who do you have winning it? Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite to win the... Yep, race almost ready to go. Saskia saying Broadbell. Jalal Ford, race starts in 2. Triple A Effect saying Grant. Corrupt government. Big up. Let's see. Let's go. Yeah, big up. Big up. I'm rooting for Crittenden. All right, so we have Crittenden, we have Broadbell, and we've seen Grant. I don't see any Hansel Parchment as yet. I'm rooting for Crittenden as well. So, all right, so many Crittenden supporters there. It's 3:44. The athletes are being introduced right now. The athletes are being introduced as they continue to come out. So, as we always see on this channel, it's not the fastest one that usually wins, or the fastest one isn't guaranteed victory in the hurdles. It's the athlete who clears these hurdles. The athlete who clears the hurdles, because simple clip off one of the hurdles and it may throw you off completely. So, Hansel Parchment, Enrique Lopez, Daniel Roberts, Rashid Broadbell, Grant Holloway, Orlando Bennett, Freddie Crittenden, and Rashid Muratake are your starters. Season's best, Freddie Crittenden, 12.93, Grant Holloway, 12.86, Daniel Roberts, 12.96. So none of the Jamaicans who are lined up here have dipped below 13 seconds this season. Make sense? None of the Jamaicans lined up in this race have dipped below 13 seconds this season. All right? But that doesn't matter. All of that goes through the door. All of that goes through the window as soon as they take to their marks in this, the 110-meter hurdles final. Hansel Parchment, Enrique Lopez, Daniel Roberts, Rashid Broadbell, Grant Holloway, Orlando Bennett, Freddie Crittenden, and Rashid Muratake. Muratake is out first. Shows the guns. Comes out looking fully charged and ready to go. Rashid Broadbell beats his chest, points to the cameras. He too is ready to go. He's Jamaica's best chance of getting on the podium, in my opinion. We have Freddie Crittenden, who runs out of lane number 8, calling on the fans to wake up. He salutes and points to the supporters cheering him on. Jamaica again, we have Orlando Bennett. Hands to his side as he looks on. Huge occasion for Orlando Bennett. None of the shenanigans, focused on the job at hand. Enrique out of Spain, only representative from Europe in this race. Nothing to it, just makes his way to his blocks. Daniel Roberts, the American as well. One of the more subdued entries from the Americans today. Similar to what we saw from Sidney Mclaughlin. Nothing too crazy. Walks out to his name and assumes his block. Grant Holloway, and as we said, the favorite to win gold, raises both hands to the stands and assumes his block. Last but not least, we have Hansel Parchment running out to lane number 2. Super tall, giant of a man. He comes out and he too is ready to go. So all the athletes are out there currently in their blocks. Let's see what it will be in the end. Hansel Parchment, Rashid Broadbell, Orlando Bennett for Jamaica. For the United States, we have Crittenden, Roberts, and Holloway. Muratake and Enrique, the only two athletes that are not either Jamaican or American lined up in this race. The athletes are ready. Are you? They've been invited to take their marks. Remember, this is the 110-meter hurdles final. 3 Jamaicans, 3 Americans. This could very well be a clean sweep for the Americans, but let's see how it plays out. Grant Holloway, last deep breath as he assumes the marks. All right, let's go. Rashid Broadbell, as I said before, Jamaica's best chance of getting on the podium if we're to go by form. But form doesn't matter. This is the final of the Olympics. This is the 110-meter hurdles, and they're on their marks. They're off. So clean start. Daniel Roberts looked to be in the lead. Grant Holloway powering through. Can he be caught? Grant Holloway is in a lane by himself as Rashid Broadbell is chasing him. Rashid Broadbell, whoa, photo finish for second, but Grant Holloway, 13 flat, wins it. Grant Holloway is the Olympic 110-meter champion. Rashid Broadbell dipping there next to Daniel Roberts. But let's see what the confirmed results are. So it looks as if Jamaica misses out again in a photo finish, because as of now, they're giving it to Daniel Roberts for second. As of now, they're giving it to Daniel Roberts for second and Rashid Broadbell for third. Yeah, so similar to what we saw with similar to what we saw with Kishane Thompson. Similar to what we saw with Kishane Thompson. Rashid Broadbell misses out. Looks like, what, 0.03 of a second? So Rashid Broadbell, 13.09. Same time as Daniel Roberts, 13.09. But then it goes to those brackets that we don't like seeing any at all at these Olympic Games. And we see 0.088 for Rashid Broadbell and 0.085 for Daniel Roberts. Grant Holloway ahead of the rest with 12.99 seconds is your champion. Doesn't count. Photo finish, folks. Photo finish, and we will have more to say about it. But Grant Holloway was always going to be the favorite. Grant Holloway was always going to be the man to beat. But this is our second medal in the track at these Olympic Games. Second medal at these Olympic Games on the track, as we secured bronze in the 110-meter hurdles. So bronze in the 110-meter hurdles, silver in the 100-meter. But everything else for Jamaica came in the field. So Hunter Parchment finishing in 8th with 13.39. Orlando Bennett, second, 13.34, as the Jamaicans keeping each other's company at the back of the pack. Freddie Crittenden finished 6th with 13.32. Rashid Muratake out of Japan, 5th with 13.21. Enrique Lopez, Spain, in 4th with 13.20. And Rashid Broadbell out of Jamaica, 13.09. Tied with Daniel Roberts, separated by those fine margins. But the winner for the 110-meter hurdles and your Olympic gold medalist is Grant Holloway. He's looked impressive through the rounds, and he came to the finals, and he put on a big performance as well. So thanks to everyone who tuned in. Thanks to everyone who continued to support the channel. We leave it at that for now. And remember, Halftime TV will be back tomorrow morning with more coverage of the Olympic Games. Hopefully, we'll be able to go live later on this evening as well. We'll see. But until then, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and turn the notification on. Magnificent performances from all the athletes. Sydney Mclaughlin, stellar run. Rashid Broadbell representing Jamaica, not good enough for Grant Holloway, as he blew ahead of the pack, and he showed us why he is the man and showed us why he was the favorite. Noah Lyles, we saw him beaten comprehensively a little bit earlier by the young African Letsile Tobogo, only 21 years of age. So Letsile Tobogo, bright future ahead of him. We received subsequent reports that Noah Lyles tested positive for COVID. All of that, all I hear are excuses. You come out, you get the job done. Had he won the race, we would have heard Noah Lyles won the race, and we wouldn't hear anything about the COVID. So, big up everybody. Thank you so very much for supporting Halftime TV. Thanks for being with us throughout it all. We started at 4 this morning and it's 4 now. So, roughly 12 hours worth of coverage between. So, again, we are going to say peace out for now, and hopefully we'll be able to tune back in a little bit later on this evening. All right, so big up on yourself and stay safe.